Hi, my name is Rene Lopez. I'm a paramedic with the Phoenix Fire Department and also a CPR instructor. I'm here to teach you CPR awareness today. CPR is something that everybody should learn. It is easy, simple to learn, and can possibly save a life. We're going to begin with the adult victim. With the adult victim, the first thing you have to do is determine responsiveness. In order to do that, you have to shake and shout to see if they're conscious or unconscious. So you approach the victim, and you shake and you shout, "Hey, hey, are you okay?" If they don't respond, they need to activate 911 right away. Send somebody to call 911. Point somebody out and have them call 911. The first thing we want to do is perform a head tilt and chin lift to open the airway. Put our hand on the forehead, another hand on the bottom of the chin, and we lift up and tilt the head back. Again now, we look, listen, and feel. Placing our hand on their abdomen and chest, we look for rise and fall of the chest, listen for breathing, and we also try to feel the breath coming off out of their mouth and onto our cheek. If you don't feel breathing at all, what we need to do now is perform 2 ventilations. You pinch the nose, and you cover their mouth with your mouth and give them 2 complete ventilations. Each ventilation you want to do for 2 seconds. Allowing them to exhale. You want to visualize the rise and fall of the chest. Now, after you've given them 2 ventilations, what you want to do now is look for signs of circulations. You want to look for breathing, listen for them coughing, or do you want to look for some kind of movement? If you don't see any of these 3 signs, what you need to do now are compressions. Now, in order to do compressions, you get the heel of the hand closer to the head, place it in the center of the chest, right in line with the nipples here, okay? Place the heel down, the other hand on top, okay? To perform compressions, bring your shoulders above the victim and give them 15 compressions. You want to go down 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and you want to do this at about 100 per minute. Again, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you go back to the head, tilt the head back, and give them 2 breaths. Pinching the nose. Nice and slow, watching for the rise and fall of the chest. Okay, go back to the chest. Find your landmarks, center of the chest, in line with the nipples. 1 hand above the other, shoulders above the patient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Back to the head be tilted back. Pinch the nose, give them 2 breaths. Okay, you want to perform about 4 cycles of this, or for about a minute. Then again, you look for signs of circulation. Again, breathing, coughing, or movement. If you don't see any of these, continue with CPR and keep doing it until the paramedics arrive. CPR for the child is a little different from CPR from the adult, and I'll go over those changes here. All right, with the child, you want to do the same thing. When you approach the victim on the ground, you want to shake and shout, "Hey, hey, are you okay?" They don't respond, so again, send somebody to call 911. Perform a head tilt, chin lift, look, listen, and feel for breathing. Okay? If you don't see the breathing, you don't feel it against your cheek, you see the rise and fall of the chest, you have to give them 2 ventilations. Pinch the nose. Want to make sure you give them nice and slow breaths, about 1 second to 1.5 seconds. Okay? Again, now that we've done the 2 ventilations, you want to look for signs of circulation. You look for breathing, coughing, or you look for any movement. You don't see any of these, then we perform compressions. Now with a child, the difference is you get the heel of one hand and you place it in the center of the chest along the nipple line, and you perform 5 compressions. You're going to want to do 5 compressions to 1 ventilation. And we do that at least 100 times a minute, 100 compressions a minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Head tilt, pinch your nose. Again, you're looking for a rise and fall of the chest. Keeping your left hand on top of the head. Give them 5 compressions again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you want to do this for about a minute and look for signs of circulation. You want to look for the breathing, look for coughing, or look for some kind of movement. If you don't see any of these, continue CPR until paramedics arrive. Now we're going to perform CPR on an infant. An infant is a child or baby 1 year or less. Okay? The first thing you want to do is determine whether or not baby is conscious or unconscious. You're going to come up, pinch the feet, or thump the feet to see if they respond. If they don't respond, again, send somebody to call 911 if you have them there available. All right? Now you want to perform a head tilt, just slight, just put them in a sniffing position. You don't want to overextend the neck. Okay? Look, listen, and feel for breathing. Okay? You don't see a rise and fall of the chest, don't feel it on your cheek, then you're going to have to give them 2 ventilations. With the infant, you want to cover the nose and the mouth and give them 2 puffs. Nice and slow, watching for the rise and fall of the chest. Okay, now that we've given baby 2 ventilations, we want to look for signs of circulation. You want to look for coughing, for breathing, or for any kind of movement. And if you don't see any of these, we need to begin compressions. Now, to do compressions, you place the index finger right in the center of the chest, right at the nipple line, and place the next 2 down, okay, and lift up your index finger. Now, we're going to perform compressions in 5 compressions to 1 ventilation ratio. And you want to do this for about a minute before you check again for signs of circulation. Here's how we do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you want to do this at a rate of at least 100 a minute. And you want, again, after a minute, assess for signs of circulation to see if the baby spontaneously breathes, if the baby's coughing, or if you have some kind of movement. If not, continue CPR until the paramedics arrive. Watching this videotape is a great start, but this is just CPR awareness. This isn't the complete CPR course. To find out more about CPR training, call the United Phoenix Firefighters. Hola, me llamo René López. Soy bombero aquí en la ciudad de Phoenix y también soy un instructor de RCP, o resucitación cardiopulmonar. Hoy les voy a enseñarles cómo hacer RCP. Es algo muy fácil, muy simple y puede salvar una vida. Vamos a comenzar con una víctima adulta. Lo primero que tenemos que hacer es revisar si la víctima está consciente o inconsciente. Lo que tenemos que hacer es mover o sacudir a la víctima para ver si responde o si despierta. Si no se despierta, tenemos que mandar a alguien que llame a 911. Inclina la cabeza levantando la barbilla. Tenemos que mirar, escuchar y también sentir si está respirando. Si no está respirando, tenemos que darle 2 soplidos. Cada soplido tiene que durar 2 segundos. Tapa la nariz, inclina la cabeza y dale 2 soplidos. Ahora tenemos que buscar por señales de circulación, como si está respirando, si está tosiendo o si está moviendo. Si no ve ninguna de esas señales, tenemos que comenzar con compresiones. Ponga la palma de la mano en el centro del pecho, en la línea de las tetillas. Ponga la otra mano encima y dele 15 compresiones de una media a 2 pulgadas de profundidad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Vaya de nuevo a la cabeza, incline la cabeza, tapa la nariz y dele 2 soplidos. De nuevo al pecho, la palma de la mano en el centro del pecho, en la línea de las tetillas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
De nuevo a la cabeza. Acuérdate que tenemos que darle 15 compresiones a 2 ventilaciones. Hacemos 4 ciclos y buscamos otra vez por señales de circulación, como si está respirando, si está tosiendo o si está moviendo. Continúa con RCP hasta que llegan los bomberos. RCP para niños de 1 año de edad a 8 años de edad es un poco diferente. Como el adulto, tenemos que revisar si la víctima está consciente o inconsciente. Moviendo la víctima o sacudando a la víctima, tenemos que ver si responde o se despierta. Si no se despierta, tenemos que mandar a alguien que llame a 911. Inclina la cabeza, levantando la barbilla. Mira, escucha y siente si está respirando. Si no está respirando, tenemos que darle 2 suplidos. Tapa la nariz, dale 2 suplidos. Cada suplido tiene que durar a 1 y a 1/2 segundos. Ahora buscamos por señales de circulación, como si está respirando, si está tosiendo o si está moviendo. Si no ve ninguna de esas señales, tenemos que empezar con compresiones. Ponga la palma de la mano en el centro del pecho, en la línea de tetillas. Ponga la otra mano inclinando la cabeza. Dele 5 compresiones a una ventilación. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tapa la nariz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vas a hacer 20 ciclos de compresiones y ventilaciones. Luego vas a buscar otra vez por señales de circulación, como si está respirando, si está tosiendo o si está moviendo. Si no ve ninguna de esas señales, continúa con el RCP y también continúa con el RCP hasta que llegan los bomberos. Ahora les voy a enseñar cómo hacer RCP para los bebés. Los bebés tienen 1 año o menos, ¿ok? La primera cosa que tenemos que hacer con cada bebé, tienes que ponerlos en una superficie firme, como un piso o una mesa, ¿ok? Luego tenemos que revisar si la víctima está consciente o inconsciente, moviendo los pies, ¿ok? O piscando los pies para ver si responde o se despierta. Si no se despierta, tenemos que inclinar la cabeza sin hacerlo demasiado. Tenemos que mirar, escuchar y sentir si el bebé está respirando. Si no está respirando, tenemos que darle 2 suplidos. Tapando la nariz y la boca con su boca, dele 2 suplidos. Okay. Ahora tenemos que buscar pues, señales de circulación, como si está respirando, si está moviendo o si está tosiendo. Si no ve ninguna de estas señales, tenemos que empezar con compresiones. Lo que tenemos que hacer es poner el índice en el centro del pecho, en la línea de las tetillas. Ponga los 2 dedos al lado, encima del pecho, y luego levanta el índice. Hacemos 5 compresiones a una ventilación. Mantenga su boca cerca de la boca del bebé. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Las compresiones las tienes que hacer mínimo a 100 veces por minuto. Y después de 20 ciclos o 1 minuto, busca por señales de circulación, como si está respirando, si está tosiendo o si está moviendo. Si no ve ninguna de estas señales, continúa con RCP y continúa hasta que llegan los bomberos. Mirando este video es un buen inicio. Es mejor tomar clases en RCP. Llame a los bomberos para más información sobre las clases.
Your children out of your sight. Keep an eye, use both eyes, never let them out of your sight. Another Saturday night in the water is cool, and everyone is having fun. Watch your children round a swimming pool, or a drowning surely will come. Little boys and little girls will run everywhere. Fence around a pool and a gate it will lock will keep a child from a terrible flop. I want to tell you now, little children like to run and play. They like the water and that's okay. Stay watching, use both your eyes. Don't let your children out of your sight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Swim alone, always swim with a friend. And don't you jump into the shallow end. If the phone starts to ring, you take your children out, please. Don't let your children out of your sight. A child can drown, they go down, 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 just like a big rock. You must realize that's the only way to keep them alive. I want to tell you now, little children like to run and play. They like the water and that's okay. Stay watching, use both your eyes. Don't let your children out of your sight. I want to tell you now, little children like to run and play. They like the water and that's okay. Stay watching, use both your eyes. Don't let your children out of your sight. Ha ha ha! Here's some rules so you can stay cool. You should learn how to swim. It can save your life. Never swim alone and have an adult watch you. Never run around a pool or act like a fool. Canals are dangerous. You should never swim there. And the most important rule of all, in case of an emergency, dial 911.